Hi my lovely fellow queens, welcome back to my channel. For everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Today we're going to do something new, and this is a new segment or a new category of my wrapping tutorials, and that is 2 ways to use and then whatever we want to feature. So today we're going to feature this beautiful scarf here, which is the Ruffled Wave Sash in purple, and that has actually been very requested by you because you saw me wearing this one in a different way in the color theory video that I did like 2 weeks ago or something. I'll link it up in the cards. So you have been so amazed by this wrap and asked me to do a tutorial, and also there was one of you, a very lovely one of you, who said, Leorah, I just bought the Ruffled Waves Sash and I have no idea how to use it. Please do a tutorial on this. So I thought what I'm gonna do, I will recreate the look from the color theory video and show you how I did that, and I will show you how to do this. So just 2 ways to use the Ruffled Wave Sash, and I hope this is helpful to you. So this video is of course in collaboration with Wrapunzel. Everything I'm using you will find linked in the description box, and let's go right into it. Okay, let's go right into the first look, and this is the one that I did in the color theory video. For that I used the Tough 2-in-1 in purple, which is sort of a little bit more like lavender. It's like a very light purple, and that was the video where I spoke about monochromatic wraps, and this one and this one, they are not totally monochromatic because there's a lot of gray also in purple, and by the way, purple and gray is amazing together, as you can see. So that was my example for a monochromatic look or something like that. Okay, so what I did was actually very simple, very simple, and I didn't think that anyone would even react to it because it was that simple. So you're gonna love this one. I'm just gonna put this Tough 2-in-1 down, both ends hanging down the same length in the back. By the way, I'm wearing the Windy Shaper as usual lately. I'm not even apologizing because it's just my favorite shaper. So I'm crossing over in the back, and then I'm just folding it up like this, bringing the ends up and tucking it into itself, basically like this. And it doesn't have to be super neat and super nice because we're covering it with the Ruffled Wave Sash. This is really seriously a very hard word to say. I'm constantly twisting my tongue. Alright, so this is the base. Just folding in the what's it called? The fringes. Alright, so that's how it looks. And now for the, I'm just going to call it the sash because it's just too long. I'm going to put this down, also both ends hanging down the same length. I'm going to place it a little bit towards the back so we can still see the Tough 2-in-1. And then what I did was in that video, or in preparation for that video, wait, there's something hanging here. Alright, I put it down pretty flat. The first round, sort of, you know, was pretty flat and tight to the shaper, and then I brought it back up and brought one side over and to whichever side you want, and I tied a knot. And the second round, sort of, when you're bringing it back up, you can already have it a little bit looser, so the waves really show up. But the first one I did put down quite tight. Okay, so I'm tying a knot here, and then what I did was basically the idea of the, what's it called, the side ruffle wrap, just like feeding it through. Wait, I need a double knot because otherwise it's gonna slide. And then I just fed it through, like back and forth. and I fluffed it up like this, something like that. Obviously it will never look like exactly the same, you know, that's just how wraps work, but something like that. This is the idea that I used. So I had this nice fluffy thing, and I had the waves here. So this is, for example, one look with the ruffled wave sash, with the sash. So that is my first look. There's something sticking out. Something like that, okay, my girls? Okay, so with that being done, now we're going to go in the second look. For the second look that you saw in the intro, I'm using again the Tough 2-in-1 in purple, the sash, and I'm using the chiffon luxe in teal. Of course you can use whatever else you want, also different color combinations. I just thought that purple and teal look quite amazing together. And of course I'm going to also include the finished look picture somewhere in the end of the video, okay? So what we're going to do now, we are starting again with the Tough 2-in-1. And this time I'm tying a knot in the back. So both sides are hanging down more or less the same length. And then I'm taking the chiffon luxe and I'm folding it. You can also just crunch it up. I'm just folding it. That's just, I don't know, that's how I work. I'm folding it and I'm putting it down here, just in the middle. So both sides hanging down the same length, more or less. And I'm putting it down here so we can still see a little bit of the Tough 2-in-1. And I'm also tying it in the back. Like this. Now I am taking the sash and I'm holding it up so the ends, if you can see, they are not the same length. Do you see this? They are not hanging down exactly the same. It's like a little bit of a difference, okay? And then I'm putting it down on my head on the side where I wanted to hang down in the end. So a little bit towards this side. So I'm deciding on this side, so I'm just putting it down here for now, okay? And one second, I'm taking my what's it called, needle pillow thing, and I'm just pinning this down just for a second, okay, so it doesn't move too much. And then I'm twisting the chiffon luxe and the Tough 2-in-1 upwards, and I also do the same thing on the other side. It's not that difficult, it just looks funny. Honestly, this look like this, this is how it should stay. Okay, so now I'm placing this a little bit behind the chiffon luxe, so we can still see both of those featured. And then I'm tying a knot over the sash. Like this. So now that it's locked into place, I can take out the needle, if I can find it. There it is. I'm telling you, needles are so helpful. You should, you should get some if you don't use them already. Okay, and now now you can either twist those and put it in, or you can also just flip them over just like that. Doesn't really matter. And you're just pushing it into the twisted strand here. Like this. and here as well. Sorry, I'm looking down so much, but I'm looking in the mirror right here. Okay, and now we have these here hanging down, so they will be hanging down, okay? And this part here, the one that is connected, the loop, I'm just feeding that through whichever way you want, either from the top or from the bottom or whatever you want, feeding it through this part here, the twisted part, and just tuck it in somewhere, whatever you want, and create a nice poofy kind of a thing. So this part keeps hanging down, and it's going to look really, really lovely because it's not straight. It's, you know, because that's why we put it down like that, that they are not equal, hanging down, and this is how it looks. And I think it's awesome. Isn't it awesome? I think this is my new word. Awesome is my new word. Instead of basically. These are really seriously the words that I say the most in my whole life. Okay, so I'm going to show you the back. I hope it looks half decent. Like this. And this is how it hangs down here. Okay, of course you can also adjust if you want it to hang down only like this, then you just pull it in and fluff it up even more here. So that's, you can play with this, obviously you can play with the colors. Yeah, so this is my idea for the ruffled wave sash, and I hope this is helpful to you. If you're interested in more videos like this, in like featuring special, just one scarf and coming up with different ways to use it, then please let me know. And if I happen to have it in my collection, then I will be happy to try to come up with something. And if not, then maybe I can ask Wrapunzel to send it to me. But you can definitely let me know, and I can check in my collection if I have it, and I will do something about it. So let me know if you like this new category of videos, and if that will be helpful to you. So my ladies, we're done for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, then please give it a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, then feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you here. And for all of you, I hope that you come back next time for my next video on my channel. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle, and don't forget your royalty. You have a crown on your head, and everybody should see it, even though it's invisible. So go ahead and sparkle, and have an awesome day or an awesome evening whenever you're seeing this. And I love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Bye.